Capricorn, welcome back. I just pulled cards for you about this energy around jealousy and good news coming through in December. And honestly, what came through is really interesting. So let me just dive right in because the cards have a lot to say about what you are navigating right now. The very first card that came out is the Three of Cups. And immediately when I saw this, I thought, okay, there is celebration energy here, but there is also this interesting dynamic happening with groups of people. What I am picking up on is that you might be in a situation where on the surface everything looks harmonious. People are smiling, there might be gatherings or social situations, but underneath there is this undercurrent of jealousy. The Three of Cups traditionally shows three women celebrating together, raising their cups in joy. But what is interesting here is that sometimes when people see you thriving, or when they see you experiencing joy or success, it triggers something in them, and that something is not always pretty. I am getting the sense that you might be dealing with people who on the surface are acting friendly. They might even be in your immediate circle, but there is this energy of comparison happening. They are watching what you have, what you are building, what you are creating. And instead of genuinely celebrating with you, there is this undercurrent of wishing they had what you have. This does not necessarily mean they are bad people, but jealousy is a very human emotion, and when people are not secure in their own journey, seeing someone else flourish can bring up uncomfortable feelings. What I find fascinating about this card in your reading is that it is showing me that you are actually in a phase where things are starting to come together for you. There is abundance forming, there are reasons to celebrate, but the universe is making you aware that not everyone around you is going to be genuinely happy about this. Some people are going to smile to your face while harboring resentment in their heart. The key message I am getting here is about discernment. You need to start paying attention to who is genuinely in your corner and who is just performing friendship. Because here is the thing, Capricorn. You are someone who values loyalty and genuine connection. So discovering that people are not being authentic with you can be particularly painful. But this awareness is actually protective. The universe is giving you eyes to see what has always been there, but maybe you are too trusting or too focused on your own path to notice. I am also picking up that this jealousy might be creating some tension in group settings or social situations. Maybe there have been passive-aggressive comments, maybe someone has been subtly undermining you, or maybe you have just felt this weird vibe that you could not quite put your finger on. Well, the Three of Cups is confirming that your intuition is correct. There is something off with certain people in your sphere, but here's what I want you to understand about this energy. Their jealousy is not about you, it is about them. It is about their own insecurities, their own feelings of lack, their own frustration with where they are in life. You just happen to be the mirror, reflecting back to them what they wish they had or wish they were doing, and that is uncomfortable for them to look at. So instead of doing their own inner work, instead of being inspired by your success and using it as motivation, they are directing negative energy your way. Now, the Three of Cups is also telling me that you do not need to confront this directly or make a big scene. Sometimes the best response to jealousy is simply to keep shining and let your success speak for itself. But you do need to be mindful of what you share with certain people and how much access you give them to your life. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your journey. Some people need to be moved to the balcony or escorted out of the theater entirely. The second card here is the Ten of Cups. And this is where things get really beautiful, Capricorn, because despite the jealousy and the weird energy from others, you are actually moving toward a state of deep fulfillment and emotional satisfaction. The Ten of Cups is the card of wishes fulfilled, of having the rainbow after the storm, of achieving that sense of wholeness and happiness that you have been working toward. What I love about this card appearing in your reading is that it is confirming that the good news the universe promised is real, and it is coming. This is not just wishful thinking or false hope. This is actual manifestation energy. The Ten of Cups shows a family standing together under a rainbow, with cups arranged in an arc above them, and it represents reaching a state of harmony and joy that feels almost magical. For you right now, I am getting that this good news could come in multiple forms. For some of you watching, this might be related to relationships or family matters. Maybe you have been working on healing a relationship. Maybe you have been hoping for reconciliation with someone. Maybe you have been wanting to take a relationship to the next level. Or maybe you have been trying to create more harmony in your family dynamics. The Ten of Cups is saying that breakthrough is coming. Things that have felt stuck or difficult are about to shift in a positive direction. For others of you, this might be about finally achieving a goal or dream that you have been working toward for a long time. Maybe it is related to your home, your career, your creative projects, or your personal life. Whatever it is, the Ten of Cups represents that moment when everything finally clicks into place, and you get to experience the joy of seeing your vision come to life. What is particularly powerful about the Ten of Cups following the Three of Cups is that it is showing me that other people's jealousy and negativity cannot stop what is meant for you. They can be as envious as they want. They can send whatever energy they want in your direction. But your blessings are protected and they are coming through regardless. This is divine timing and divine orchestration. The universe has been setting things up behind the scenes, lining up the pieces. and now you are about to see the result of all that cosmic coordination. I am also getting with the Ten of Cups that you might receive news or confirmation about something you have been waiting on. This could be a phone call, an email, a conversation, or just a shift in circumstances that suddenly makes everything clear. The waiting period is coming to an end. Now, one thing I want to mention about the Ten of Cups is that it also represents authenticity and being true to yourself. Part of why you are moving into this beautiful energy of fulfillment is because you have been doing the work to align with your authentic self. You have been making choices based on what truly matters to you rather than what other people think you should do. You have been setting boundaries, honoring your values, and creating a life that reflects who you actually are rather than who you were conditioned to be. And that authentic alignment is what is attracting these blessings. The Ten of Cups does not come to people who are living fake lives or pretending to be something they are not. It comes to people who have done the inner work and are living in integrity with their truth. So if you have been questioning whether you are on the right path, whether the choices you have made were correct, whether walking away from certain situations or people was the right decision, the Ten of Cups is your confirmation. Yes, you made the right call. Yes, you are exactly where you need to be. And yes, the happiness and fulfillment you have been seeking is not only possible, but it is already on its way to you. Now, the third card that came through is the King of Cups. And this is where things get even more interesting because this card represents emotional maturity, wisdom, and mastery over your feelings. The King of Cups is someone who has been through the emotional depths, who has experienced the full range of human emotion, but has learned how to navigate those waters with grace and wisdom. In your reading, I am seeing this card in two ways. First, this could represent you and where you are right now in your emotional development. You have been through a lot, Capricorn. I know you have. You are an earth sign, and you tend to be stoic and keep pushing forward. But that does not mean you have not felt deeply or been affected by your experiences. What the King of Cups is showing me is that you have reached a level of emotional intelligence and maturity that not everyone around you has reached. You understand nuance. You can hold complexity. You do not need to react to everything. And you have learned how to process your emotions in healthy ways. This is why other people's jealousy or negative energy is not going to throw you off course. You have done too much inner work and developed too much emotional strength to be easily shaken. You know who you are and you know your worth. That does not mean their behavior does not hurt, or that it is not disappointing to discover people are not who you thought they were. But it means you have the emotional resources to handle it without falling apart or questioning yourself. The second way I am seeing the King of Cups is as an actual person in your life or someone who is about to enter your life. This could be a man or someone with masculine energy who embodies these King of Cups qualities. They are emotionally available. They are mature, they are compassionate and understanding, and they know how to create safe space for deep emotional connection. If you have been dealing with people who are emotionally immature, who play games, who cannot communicate effectively, or who react from their wounds instead of responding from their wisdom, the King of Cups is showing me that you are either already connected to someone who is different or you are about to meet them. This person sees your value, they appreciate your depth, they respect your boundaries, and they want to build something real with you. For those of you in relationships, this might represent your partner stepping into a more mature and emotionally secure version of themselves. Maybe there have been issues with emotional availability or communication in the past, but something is shifting and they are showing up differently now. For those of you who are single, the King of Cups can indicate that someone with these qualities is coming into your life, possibly as part of that good news the Ten of Cups was talking about. What I am also picking up with the King of Cups is about emotional boundaries and not allowing other people's energy to affect your inner peace. You are being called to embody the energy of this king who can be compassionate and understanding without taking on other people's issues as your own. You can care about people without being responsible for their feelings. You can be kind without being a doormat. You can be open-hearted without being naive. This is the balance the King of Cups represents, and it is the balance you are being asked to maintain right now, especially in the face of jealousy or negativity from others. Do not close your heart or become bitter or cynical, but also do not be so open that you allow toxic energy to contaminate your peace. The King of Cups knows how to stay centered in love while also maintaining healthy boundaries, and that is the energy you need to channel. The fourth card that came out is the Knight of Wands. And okay, this is where the energy really picks up because the Knight of Wands is all about action, movement, passion, and forward momentum. This knight is fast. He does not sit around waiting for things to happen. He makes things happen. And what this is showing me for you, Capricorn, is that you are entering a phase where things start moving quickly. That good news I mentioned, those blessings, those shifts, they are not going to trickle in slowly. They are going to come in with speed and intensity. The Knight of Wands is also telling me that you are feeling more energized and ready to take action on your goals and desires. Maybe you have been in a more contemplative or planning phase. Maybe you have been dealing with obstacles or delays, but now you are getting that burst of motivation and drive that makes you want to charge forward. And the universe is supporting this. This is a good time to be bold, to take calculated risks, to put yourself out there, to start that project, to have that conversation, to make that move you have been thinking about. The Knight of Wands gives you the courage and the energy to do it. What is interesting about this knight appearing after the King of Cups is that it shows me you are combining emotional wisdom with passionate action. You are not just running around reacting to everything or making impulsive decisions from an emotional place. No, you have the maturity and insight of the King of Cups informing your actions, which means you are making bold moves, but they are also smart moves. You are taking risks, but they are calculated risks. You are moving fast, but you are also being intentional. This combination is extremely powerful. Now, in relation to the jealousy theme we have been talking about, the Knight of Wands is also showing me that your forward movement and success is going to trigger even more reaction from people who are already jealous. When you start really going for your goals and achieving things, when you start stepping into your power and confidence, when you start showing up differently in the world, it is going to be very visible, and some people are not going to like it. But here is what the Knight of Wands wants you to understand. You cannot dim your light or slow down your progress just to make other people comfortable. You cannot play small just so others do not feel bad about themselves. That is not fair to you, and it is not actually helping them either. People need to do their own work on their own insecurities and jealousies. That is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to honor your own path, pursue your own dreams, and become the fullest expression of yourself. Let them deal with their feelings about it. The Knight of Wands is fearless, and he does not let other people's opinions or energies stop him from going after what he wants. He has a mission, and he is locked in on that mission. And that is the energy you need to embody right now. Eyes on your own paper. Focus on your own goals. Do not get distracted by the noise or negativity around you. Just keep moving forward with passion and purpose. Card number 5 is the Four of Wands, and I am so happy to see this card because it is pure celebration energy. The Four of Wands represents stability, foundation, achievement, and cause for celebration. This is the card that shows up when you reach a milestone, when you complete a project, when you achieve a goal, or when you establish something solid and stable in your life. Traditionally, the Four of Wands shows people dancing under a canopy of flowers at a celebration or harvest festival. There is joy, there is community coming together in positive ways, there is recognition of accomplishment. For you right now, this card is confirming that you have real, legitimate reasons to celebrate coming your way. This is not just about feeling good or having a nice day. This is about tangible achievement and success that is worth acknowledging. What I am getting is that some of you might be celebrating something related to your home, whether that is moving to a new place, buying property, renovating, or finally creating a living space that feels like a true sanctuary. For others, this might be about a career milestone, completing a major project, launching something you have been working on, or reaching a level of stability in your work that has been elusive. For some of you, this could even be about a relationship milestone, like getting engaged, married, moving in together, or reaching a new level of commitment and security with someone. The Four of Wands represents building something solid and having that foundation locked in. What I love about this card following the Knight of Wands is that it shows your action and effort are going to pay off in concrete ways. You are not just busy for the sake of being busy. Your movement and initiative are leading somewhere specific, and that destination is positive and worth celebrating. Now, going back to the jealousy theme, the Four of Wands is also showing me that when you reach this milestone and have this moment of celebration, you need to be discerning about who you invite into that celebration. Remember the Three of Cups energy we talked about at the beginning. Not everyone who smiles at you is genuinely happy for you. The Four of Wands is about celebrating with people who truly love and support you. People who have been in your corner. People who want to see you win. This is not the time to try to prove anything to people who have doubted you, or to seek validation from people who have been jealous or negative. Celebrate with your real ones, the people who have earned a place at your table. Quality over quantity when it comes to who you share your joy with. The Four of Wands is also giving me this message about creating sacred space in your life. This could be literal, like making your home feel more peaceful and aligned with your energy. Or it could be metaphorical, like creating emotional and energetic boundaries that protect your peace and joy. You are building something beautiful, and you have the right to protect it from anything or anyone that might disturb or damage it. This card is permission to be selective, to be protective, to say no to what does not serve you, and to say yes to what nourishes your soul. The 6th card is the King of Wands, and we are getting some serious power energy now, Capricorn, because the King of Wands is the ultimate leader, the visionary, the person who takes charge and makes things happen. This king has big energy. He commands attention, he inspires others, and he has the confidence and charisma to bring his visions into reality. In your reading, I am seeing this card representing you stepping into your power in a major way. You are not just participating in your life, you are directing it. You are not just reacting to circumstances, you are creating circumstances. You are not asking for permission or waiting for someone to give you a chance. You are making your own opportunities and taking control of your destiny. The King of Wands is natural-born leader energy, and the fact that this card is showing up for you tells me that you are either already embodying this energy or you are about to step into it fully. This could manifest in your career where you might be taking on a leadership role, starting your own business, launching a project, or simply showing up with more authority and confidence in your field. It could manifest in your personal life where you are taking charge of your happiness, making decisions that reflect your true desires, and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. However this shows up for you specifically, the message is that you are moving into a phase of empowerment and influence. Now, when we think about this in relation to the jealousy theme, it makes perfect sense why some people are feeling envious or threatened. The King of Wands is impossible to ignore. When you step into this energy, people notice. You become more visible, more influential, more successful, and not everyone can handle that gracefully. Some people will be inspired by you and will want to learn from you or collaborate with you. But others will feel intimidated or jealous and will try to diminish you or undermine you. The King of Wands does not waste energy worrying about the haters though. He is too focused on his mission and his vision. He knows that leadership comes with both admiration and criticism, and he is okay with that. He does not need everyone to like him or approve of him. He is secure enough in himself and his purpose that other people's opinions do not dictate his actions. That is the level of confidence and self-assurance you are being called to embody. The King of Wands is also about authenticity and showing up as your true self unapologetically. This king does not try to fit into boxes or meet other people's expectations. He knows who he is, and he is not afraid to be that person fully. For you, Capricorn, this is a call to stop playing it safe or holding back parts of yourself to make others comfortable. Be bold, be authentic, be you in all your glory. The people who are meant to connect with you will resonate with the real you. The people who do not are not your people anyway. The King of Wands is also telling me that your success and rise to this empowered state is going to open doors and create opportunities you did not even know were possible. When you step into leadership energy and start operating from that confident, empowered place, the universe responds by bringing you bigger opportunities, better connections, and more resources. Success breeds success. Power attracts power, and you are entering a cycle where things start accelerating in really positive ways. The 7th card is Temperance, and this is interesting because temperance is all about balance, moderation, patience, and finding the middle path. After all this fiery Wands energy and talk about taking action and stepping into power, Temperance is reminding you to stay grounded and maintain equilibrium. The angel in the Temperance card is shown pouring water between 2 cups, blending and balancing different elements to create something harmonious. This is about integration and finding the right mix of energies. For you right now, I am getting that Temperance is advising you to balance your ambition and drive with rest and self-care. Yes, you are entering a powerful phase, and yes, you should go after your goals, but you also need to make sure you are not burning yourself out or neglecting your well-being in the process. Capricorn energy can sometimes be all work and no play, pushing yourself relentlessly toward achievement without taking time to enjoy life or replenish your energy. Temperance is a gentle reminder that sustainable success requires balance. You need to be strategic about how you expend your energy and make sure you are creating space for joy, rest, relationships, and spiritual connection alongside your hustle. The card is also speaking to finding balance in how you respond to the jealousy and negativity we have been discussing. On one hand, you do not want to be so open and trusting that you let people who are not genuine have full access to your life. But on the other hand, you do not want to become so closed off and suspicious that you push away genuine people or lose your ability to trust and connect. Temperance is about finding that middle ground where you can be discerning and protective of your energy, while still remaining open-hearted and compassionate. You can acknowledge that some people are dealing with jealousy and choose to distance yourself from them without becoming bitter or vengeful about it. The high road is always available to you. I am also getting with Temperance that you might need to integrate different aspects of yourself or your life that have felt separate or in conflict. Maybe you have been struggling to balance work and personal life. Maybe you have been torn between what you want and what others expect from you. Maybe you have been trying to reconcile different parts of your identity or different goals that seem incompatible. Temperance is saying that integration is possible and that you do not have to choose one thing over another. You can have both. You can be both. You just need to find the right blend and the right timing. Patience is also a key message here. I know you are eager for that good news to arrive and for your blessings to manifest. But Temperance is reminding you that some things cannot be rushed, and that divine timing is at play. Everything is coming together, but it is happening at the exact right pace for your highest good. Trust the process, even when it feels slow. Trust that the universe is coordinating things behind the scenes in ways you cannot see yet. Card number 8 is the 2 of Wands, and this card is all about planning, vision, decisions, and looking toward the future. The figure in the 2 of Wands is standing on a balcony holding a globe in one hand and a wand in the other, looking out at the world with all its possibilities. He has achieved some initial success, as indicated by the wands, but now he is contemplating his next move and envisioning what he wants to create next. For you, Capricorn, this card is showing me that you are in a decision-making phase, where you need to get clear on what you want and where you want to go from here. You have options available to you, and now you need to choose the path that aligns most with your true desires and your long-term vision. The Two of Wands is about expanding beyond where you currently are. Maybe you have reached a level of success or stability, but you know there is more possible. Maybe you have outgrown your current situation, and you are ready for something bigger or different. Maybe you have been playing it safe, and now you are feeling called to take a bigger risk or pursue a bolder dream. This card is confirmation that expansion is available to you, and that it is time to start planning for that next level. What I am getting is that the good news we have been talking about might include new opportunities or options being presented to you. Maybe you will receive an offer, an invitation, a proposal, or a chance to do something you have been wanting to do. The Two of Wands says you will need to evaluate these opportunities carefully and make decisions based on where you want to go, not just what feels safe or familiar. This is also about having a vision for your future and not just reacting to life as it happens to you. Get clear on what you want to create, what you want to experience, what you want to build. When you have that clarity of vision, decision-making becomes much easier because you can evaluate everything against that vision. Does this opportunity move me closer to what I want or further away? Does this relationship align with my vision for my life, or is it a distraction? Does this path honor who I am becoming, or does it keep me stuck in who I used to be? The Two of Wands is giving you permission to think big and dream big. Do not limit yourself based on what seems realistic or practical. Yes, you are an earth sign, and you value stability and security. But that does not mean you have to play small or settle for mediocrity. You can have security and adventure. You can have stability and growth. You can honor your practical nature and your desire for something more. In relation to the jealousy theme, the Two of Wands is also showing me that part of why others are jealous is because they can see that you have options and possibilities that they do not have, or have not created for themselves. Your life is expanding while theirs feels stuck. Your future looks bright while theirs feels uncertain. Instead of getting inspired and working on creating their own opportunities, they are wasting energy being envious of yours. But that is their issue to work through, not yours to fix. You keep your eyes on your own vision and your own path. Asterisk, the 9th card here is the Eight of Swords. And this one is a bit heavier because the Eight of Swords represents feeling trapped, stuck, or limited by circumstances or by your own thoughts. The traditional image shows a blindfolded woman surrounded by 8 swords stuck in the ground, giving the impression that she is trapped. But if you look closely, there is actually space for her to walk out. She just cannot see it because of the blindfold. The Eight of Swords is often about mental prison rather than actual physical limitation. What this card is showing me in your reading is that despite all the positive energy and good news we have been discussing, there might be a part of you that still feels stuck or limited in some way. Maybe you have limiting beliefs about what is possible for you. Maybe you are letting fear hold you back from fully embracing the opportunities coming your way. Maybe you are trapped in old patterns of thinking that tell you that you are not good enough or that success is not meant for you. The Eight of Swords is calling you out on this self-imposed limitation and asking you to remove the blindfold so you can see the truth. You are not as stuck as you think you are. You have more options than you are currently allowing yourself to see. The barriers are mostly mental and emotional rather than external. Now, this card could also be speaking to how other people's jealousy might be affecting you on a subconscious level. Even if you consciously know that their opinion does not matter and that you should not let their negativity affect you, there might be a part of you that is still influenced by it. Maybe you find yourself second-guessing your decisions or your worth. Maybe you downplay your success or hide your joy so you do not trigger more jealousy. Maybe you hold yourself back because you are afraid of how others will react if you really go for what you want. The Eight of Swords is showing me that you might be creating limitations based on your concern about how others will perceive you or respond to you. And that is a form of self-imprisonment. You are giving other people too much power over your choices and your expression. The message here is that you need to free yourself from these mental and emotional constraints. You need to take off the blindfold and see clearly that nothing is actually stopping you except your own fears and limiting beliefs. Other people's jealousy is not a reason to stay small. Their discomfort with your success is not a reason to hold yourself back. Their opinions about your choices are not more important than your own inner knowing about what is right for you. The Eight of Swords wants you to walk out of this self-imposed prison and claim your freedom. This might require challenging some old beliefs about who you are and what you are capable of. It might require setting firmer boundaries with people who make you feel like you need to diminish yourself. It might require getting really honest with yourself about the ways you have been playing small or staying stuck because it felt safer than stepping into your full power. But liberation is available to you, Capricorn. The cage door is open. You just need to walk through it. The 10th and final card in your reading is the King of Pentacles. And what a powerful way to end this reading, because the King of Pentacles represents ultimate success, abundance, mastery, and the culmination of all your hard work. This king has built an empire. He has created wealth and security. He has achieved mastery in his field, and he now enjoys the fruits of his labor. He is the card of results, of tangible manifestation, of seeing your efforts pay off in material and practical ways. For you, Capricorn, This card is absolute confirmation that you are moving toward a place of significant success and abundance. All the hard work you have been putting in, all the sacrifices you have made, all the times you kept going when you wanted to give up, all of it is leading somewhere, and that somewhere is good. The King of Pentacles does not show up for people who are failing or struggling. He shows up when you are about to reach a level of success and stability that is truly impressive. This could manifest in your career or business, where you reach a new level of achievement, recognition, or financial success. This could manifest in your personal life where you finally create the stability and security you have been working toward. This could manifest in multiple areas of your life simultaneously, bringing everything into alignment at once. What I love about this card is that it represents sustainable success, not just a lucky break or temporary win. The King of Pentacles has built something solid and lasting. He is not worried about losing it all tomorrow because he has created a strong foundation, and he knows how to maintain and grow his wealth and success. This is the energy you are stepping into. You are not just having a good moment. You are entering a new chapter of sustained prosperity and achievement. In relation to everything we have discussed in this reading, the King of Pentacles is the ultimate response to jealousy and negativity. While others are wasting their energy being envious or trying to bring you down, you are focused on building your empire and creating real tangible success. You are not bothered by their drama because you are too busy making moves and securing your bag. The King of Pentacles does not engage with pettiness or get distracted by haters. He stays in his lane, handles his business, and lets his success speak for itself. That is the energy you need to maintain. Do not get pulled into drama or feel like you need to defend yourself or prove anything to anyone. Just keep building, keep creating, keep moving forward, and let your results be the proof of your worth and your power. The King of Pentacles is also about generosity and being able to share your abundance with others. As you become more successful and secure, you will have more capacity to help others, to mentor people coming up behind you, to contribute to causes you care about, to support your loved ones. This is the beautiful cycle of prosperity where your success creates opportunities to give back and uplift others. But notice the difference between this kind of sharing and the people-pleasing or dimming your light that the Eight of Swords warned against. When you give from overflow and abundance, from a place of genuine desire to help, rather than obligation or fear, it feels completely different and it does not deplete you. So Capricorn, let me bring this all together for you because there is a clear story in these cards. You are in a phase where you are experiencing genuine success and blessings, the kind that create real reasons to celebrate. The Ten of Cups confirmed good news is coming, and the King of Pentacles confirmed that news includes tangible material success and abundance. The Four of Wands showed celebration and achievement, and the Two of Wands showed exciting opportunities and decisions ahead. But alongside this positive energy, you are also dealing with jealousy from people around you. As shown by the Three of Cups, some people in your social circle or community are not genuinely happy for you, and their envy is creating uncomfortable dynamics. However, you have the emotional maturity and wisdom of the King of Cups to handle this with grace. You are not falling apart or questioning yourself because of their behavior. You are stepping into powerful leadership energy with the King of Wands, taking charge of your life and your destiny with confidence. The Knight of Wands showed that you are moving forward with passion and courage, not letting anything slow you down. Temperance reminded you to maintain balance and take the high road in how you respond to negativity. But the Eight of Swords revealed that you might still be holding yourself back in subtle ways, either through limiting beliefs or concern about how others will react to your success. The message is to free yourself from those mental constraints and claim your full power without apology. When you do that, when you step fully into your authenticity and your ambition, the King of Pentacles showed that the level of success and abundance you achieve will be truly remarkable. The good news that is coming in December is real, and it is significant. This is not just a nice feeling or a small win. This is about your life shifting in meaningful and lasting ways. But you need to be discerning about who you celebrate with and who you give access to your joy. Protect your energy and your peace from people who cannot genuinely celebrate your wins. Stay focused on your vision and your goals. Do not let jealousy from others cause you to dim your light or play small. You have worked too hard and come too far to shrink now. This is your time to shine, to lead, to achieve, and to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Let them be jealous. Let them be uncomfortable. That is not your problem to solve. Your job is to keep rising, keep building, keep becoming the most empowered and successful version of yourself. The universe has your back, and your blessings are protected.